Hey people. So, I just finished watching the movie My Mistress. This is a movie that kind of came and went. I saw a trailer for it. It was a small independent film out of Australia. You can tell by the credits that a lot of it was funded by government grants and so on. So, here's the thing. As a film, it's okay. As a BDSM film, yeah, it's actually better. Um, this shows a relationship that I think is realistic. That's the main thing that I got from this is that it's a realistic portrayal of what could happen inside the BDSM community. Um, Specifically, this movie is about a young boy. Keeping in mind that in Australia, the age of consent is 16, so this kid's 16, totally legal in that regard. They do address that at one point in the movie, which I think was a good little touch. Um, they they don't do much BDSM. It's in the movie. It's kind of the way one of the things I like about it is these are flawed people. Okay, every character in this movie is flawed. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is pure. Everybody has their own issues, and but the thing about it is that at no point does the fact that she's a mistress in the lifestyle come into being an issue. It's just kind of one of those things that just is. Um, and it shows a progression of um, this young boy learning about it. I guarantee that if this was real life, they would have done a lot more. But there was a lot of good. One of the scenes that actually um, impressed me was a scene where she lost control. And they did use a safe word, specifically the word mercy, which is another one of the standard safe words that you'll hear in the lifestyle. Um, the thing about it is that the basic idea of the scene is that she had a no touching rule. You can, he could help her get dressed, but he could not actually touch her. So she was punishing him as part of breaking this rule. In this scene that they were doing, and I will say it's definitely a scene because it wasn't a punishment. Because if it was a punishment, she wouldn't been, been flogging him. She started flogging him. Was a normal, was everything was normal. He was kneeling with his full back exposed and his ass in the air. He was wearing jeans, so even though we did see him naked earlier, at least his backside earlier. That's the thing. There's really no nudity in this at all. This is not a movie that I don't know what the ratings were in America. I'm pretty sure it would have gotten an R because of the sexuality, but it really doesn't deserve it. This is a PG-13 film at best. Um, but in the middle of the scenes going forward, you could see something switch on, and she just started losing it. And he screams mercy. She hits him one or two more times, which does kind of break the rule. But it wasn't like she just walked it off. No, she went into basic panic mode in the beginning of the very next scene. She was in full panic mode. That to me is brilliant because that is what really would happen. If I was to lose it and I was to just go, break consent and go, full bore without, because of just letting emotions take over, um, yeah, I would lose it too. And it worked. This was a good film. This was a a film of everybody dealing with their situation. Okay. Um, I'm gonna get into a lot of spoiler here, so if you don't want to be spoiled, just walk away right now. Um, yeah, the movie starts off with us introduced to the main character, and the death of his father. Okay. One thing I need to say is I really want to see a BDSM film with normal people, because most people in this lifestyle don't come into it because they've had a fucked up life because of a fucked up situation. It just happens to be something they're interested in. If I was to do a BDS film, I know exactly the film I'd want to do. I'd have to go get permission, but I know the story that I'd want to tell, and it's fucked up shit happens after they get in. They start their relationship, but that tragedy in that relationship is what leads to the inspiring aspect of it. But this film really was a story that kind of dealt with people with fucked up situations. He finds out that after his father commits suicide, that his mother was cheating on the dad, which might have what led to the suicide, which leads him down the spiral. He winds up meeting her. He sees that she places an ad looking for a gardener for her big house that she has almost nothing in. We find out a little more details about why it is later in the film. Basically, the bottom line is that she was, I'm pretty sure that she was in this lifestyle. That's what she did. Um, she was a a teacher, but then got involved with drugs, and then got her, something happened with her kid, which got her kid taken away, and that led her to try to clean up her lifestyle. But she had to walk away from teaching school, so she decided to make money by being a pro dom. I have absolutely, like I said, I have my issues with pro doms, but I think that they are a legitimate part of this community. Um, but the film just keeps going slowly and slowly. He accidentally sees, he breaks a rule, goes into the house. He sees her playing with somebody, um, and then that just starts leading down this spiral, and it just gets a little, gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And I think that's one of the strengths of this film is it's just a character study of the people, primarily the two people, the young boy and the older mistress, dealing with their personal issues, and the drama and the tragedy and the care and the love and everything else involved around it. The BDSM scenes were not gratuitous. They were not over the top. They were very, first off, I think we got what one the scene on the horse, the puppy scene, um, and like two other scenes. That's it. So we got four or five scenes total of BDSM, and they were very small, very minor. The puppy play scene in particular, I thought was done brilliantly, very accurate to what we do. So yeah, overall, as a BDSM movie, would I recommend this? Yes, I would. I would absolutely recommend this. I mean, it's very slow. It's very thought out. These are not uh, stereotypical characters. They have flaws. You know it's really good. And I want to talk about the her playroom in particular. Again, it's that typical fucking red room concept, where all the walls were padded with padded with this like fake red leather. The toys that she had, from what I could see of them, were really really good. So the people again who went and got the toys didn't buy cheap toys. They bought some really nice expensive toys. Um, a lot of it was done incredibly well on that detail. I understand why some people don't like this movie, but I think overall, as a BDSM movie, this is definitely worth watching. So, It is available right now on Hulu if you want to go look it up. And I'm going to be doing some more reviews of other BDSM movies as time goes forward. That's it for now. Be well and safe.